having a life scholarship and being able to afford to go to college made me feel inspired to go.
When I got a life scholarship, it was such a relief.
I knew that I wanted to have an impact. Having a life scholarship through the SC Education Lottery was huge. It gave me the opportunity to make that impact right here at home.
The South Carolina Education Lottery. A better you, a better us, a better South Carolina. Visit sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.
Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit activeday.com to apply.
This is your before and after story. Instead of imagining a rewarding career in medical imaging, Southeastern College can actually take you there. Prepare for a career in ultrasound, radiology, and X-ray technology. With hands-on specialized training, simulations, and real-life experience with the latest imaging technology, you'll be ready to play a vital role on any healthcare team. Transform your life by helping others. Southeastern College. Your future is bright. Visit scc.edu to get started.
You're turning your back on me, homie. Hey, but look, don't trip. Hey, come here. Remember this? This title? All this? Hey, I'm just getting started, little brother. I'm coming for it all.
Rocky Balboa, a complete compendium of the Rocky franchise.
Are you?
Let's get ready to rumble!
Rocky. She said, let's get ready to Rocky.
Let's get ready to... Oh, he's not in this one. He's not in this film.
We watched Creed 3.
And we're drinking wine and feeling fine.
Creed 3, Creed 3, Creed 3, Creed 3. Michael B., why'd you have to go so hard and Creed my 3?
It's Rocky Balboa with your hosts Ty and Logan. We're back for the film that everyone was waiting for us to talk about.
That's Logan talking right there, and my name is Ty, and we know that these Creed episodes get no downloads.
Well, we finally reached the point in the franchise that everyone was waiting for. They're like, I like these movies, but when is that Rocky guy gonna not be in them? That's what I'm waiting for.
Fuck out.
Get him out of here. We don't want him.
We were like, I hate this guy. I wish he... I always think about how good the Rocky movies would be if Rocky just wasn't in it.
That's right. We're like, oh, you got too much Rocky in my Rocky movie.
Anyway, so we watched Creed 3 for the first time. We've finished it. We've done the entire series.
But this won't be the end. This won't be the end. We got other things to talk about.
This is not the end.
Now, you had never seen Creed 3. I saw it in theaters and then forgot it. So this kind of felt like a first viewing in a lot of ways.
Wait. Before we even get to the podcast, we have a new segment called Walky Balboa, where Logan and I go for a walk and get some drinks before the podcast. Enjoy.
Walky Balboa.
All right, here we are. We're walking to get a beer to watch Creed 3 with. Logan, what do you think of this walk so far?
It makes me feel like I've earned my beer.
Well, this is a great new segment called Walky Balboa. And it's hot out. They say it might rain.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't see anything in the sky. I don't know what that was all about. What a walk this is. We're right by an A&W.
Nearly at the liquor store.
We're nearly there.
I'm on my way.
We'll check back in after we secure the goods. And this is where it gets really interesting. The next point is, for this Creed 3 podcast, we know you want to get to the Creed 3, but here's what happened. We walked into a liquor store and we couldn't find what to drink. All right, we're now in the liquor store. We're looking for the Creed 3 of beers.
Sylvester Stallone's not in it.
We found a beer on sale for $20. The Dino. We found the Dino beer. I'm not gonna get us that.
I thought that said Papa Beer.
Papa beer. Only there was like a boxing beer. Why doesn't that exist? Star Cheek. Holy shit. They just sell that, eh? They came through. Okay, I saw it when I walked in here. I think I know what I want. This is where it gets good. Okay, now fine. Oh, there it is. I thought that this would be nice. A raspberry beer.
I like a raspberry.
It's very Creed 3. And here's my thinking. It said Creed 3 rhymes with raspberry.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Now we're going to get some wine. The Creed 3 of wines.
It's $13.50 now. It's $12.50 before.
Does Stallone make a wine?
Pushing is hard.
All right, and just when you thought it could get any more exciting,
Oh my god.
we make a purchase. So here that comes. All right, we secured the goods. Now I'm going to go see Creed 3 for the very first time. Logan got a case of beer and a wine.
And Ty got 4 beer and a wine. But we paid nearly the same thing.
That's crazy. I thought I'd get us something fun. Creed 3, raspberry. It rhymes. It's a perfect rhyme.
That's right. And I got Rocky Balboa.
That doesn't exist. It should, though. It should make that.
Now I know what you're thinking is, I wish that segment went on longer.
It was good.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to tell you, but that's Walky Balboa. It's a new segment we're workshopping here exclusively for the Creed movies, because we know the listeners love these Creed episodes.
And that you've been waiting for us to get to this movie in particular.
And you were like, what are they drinking though? And what is that process like? Now we've taken you behind the curtain.
Yes.
This is like as close as it gets to the real thing. It was a good beer we got. We drank a raspberry one and a different one.
A different one. There was 12 bottles for $20. It was a good deal. It was a good deal.
That's a deal in Canada.
Good deal. When we mentioned in Walky Balboa that we paid basically the same thing, what you didn't know is that Ty got 4 beers and a bottle of wine, and I got 12 beers and a bottle of wine.
Crazy, like the math there doesn't add up.
It's
am I right?
Crazy.
My name is Rocky Balboa, the Italian style.
Endorsed by the champ.
In the morning, I splash it on, and it makes me smell mainly. And it surrounds my face with class. If you want to be the king of the beast and smell like a jungle rat, cat.
Beast aftershave. Smell manly.
Anyways, should we get to our next segment?
Shall we go Beyond the Ropes?
Beyond the Ropes.
Women, weaken legs.
Okay, so this is a podcast about Creed 3. We are going to talk about Creed 3, not just going for beers. So why don't we get into some trivia here? As you crack open your wine there, you might also note that this was Michael B. Jordan's directorial debut. Obviously,
I knew that.
He's in every Ryan Coogler movie, and Ryan Coogler does most of the movies, but this is a Michael B. Jordan original.
Do you think Michael B. drinks wine right from a bottle?
I mean, if he's cool, he does.
I don't like drinking it right from the bottle. I might get a glass.
Drinking wine from.
You say this.
Here's some bonus trivia. As I love drinking wine from the bottle.
You like straight pulls.
I do. I'm gonna pause while you get a glass. So Creed 3 marks Jordan's first time directing a feature film, and he started it too. You might have noticed that. He cited influence actually from, he's a big anime guy.
You've seen so many fights throughout the Rocky and Creed franchise, and I really wanted to put my spin on it, how to make these fights different. And, from Hajime no Ippo to Magla Box to Naruto to My Hero Academia, all those different, anime that I've watched growing up, there's an inherent spirit to them and how they fight, and their bonds and their relationships and all that good stuff. But it's very similar to the brotherhood and bond that we have and his relationship to his family as well. So I tried to key in on some of those key moments moments. And yeah, they're in there. They're in a lot of the fights.
Yeah, is there one specific moment you can give us to look out for from a specific anime?
I would say from the Dragon Ball universe, Dragon Ball Z universe, there's a punch. Me and Damien's fight where there's a Dragon Ball Z punch that's in there.
So he cited influence
Hentai.
from things like Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, and My Hero Academia for the fight choreography.
Really?
Particularly the final battle with Damien. Now,
Which one of those have you seen?
I've seen an episode of Naruto. My brother loves Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and has talked me through the entire lore of that franchise.
Okay.
I don't remember any of it. He's got a Dragon Ball tattoo. I accidentally called it a Dragon Ball Z tattoo once, and he got
It's like
very
it's
mad
Dragon
at me.
Ball GT, bitch.
That's right. No, it's Dragon Ball. OG Dragon Ball.
Okay.
Yeah. But Michael B, also a big Dragon Ball guy. Big
And you've
anime
never seen
guy.
My Hero Academia?
I've never seen it. I've heard of that. I don't know it. Anyways,
It's a Creed 3 episode. This is a big one.
now eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed that there was no Stallone appearance in this film.
What?
Yeah,
I swear I saw him, dude.
It's blink and you'll miss it, but he's not in the movie.
Blink and you'll miss that he's not there, dude.
Sylvester Stallone opted not to return, citing creative differences with producer Irwin Winkler. Now they are so hot and cold. They're like, I love you, I hate you, I love you, I hate you,
I love you, I hate you.
They get out of it. So creative differences with him, and then he kind of criticized the direction of the spin-off franchise a little bit. It was like, I don't like how dark they went with this movie. It was too dark for me.
He said, I want to see Delphi Academy.
He still does have a producer credit for this film, so I don't know what that means.
Money.
The producer, Winkler, and I think Michael B. Jordan, they decided to go in a direction that is quite radically different than Rocky films. It deals on something that's, I don't know, I just find it not relatable, and that's why I bowed out. I just really felt there's Rocky in this particular story that they're doing. I really had I was a bucket, like a spear hole. Like, whatever you need, I'm here, like you feel like you're just part of the background. Rocky needs to be one-on-one with Adonis Creed for it to really work, I think. Like Mickey and Rocky, that kind of relationship. In this one, it's different. It's more family-oriented, and he's dealing with more peripheral characters. So if there's a 4, I'm there.
Now, Jonathan Majors is in this film. Do you know where he's been lately? I haven't heard anything
No
about
idea,
that.
man. I loved him as King the Conqueror. I can't wait for Avengers: The King Dynasty to come out. That'll
That's
be
right.
sick,
I am
dude.
looking forward to that film. I love Jonathan Majors and everything he does on and off screen.
It works great,
Yeah,
and it looks
that's
like
right.
he's just got the whole world ahead of him.
And there were certainly no allegations. Put some echo on that. But he's in the film, and he's certainly intense. To play Damian Anderson, Dame, Jonathan Majors trained extensively in boxing and kept in peak shape even off camera, which I suppose you would have to.
Yeah, that's how filming a movie works.
Yeah.
Fun fact of trivia for you is Dame is actually the nickname of Damian Lillard, who's been a star in the NBA since NBA 2015 season. So they clearly ripped that nickname off.
Yeah, I think that's what they were going for.
Okay.
Yeah. So Jordan has said that Majors brought a dangerous calm to the role. A vibe inspired in part by Mike Tyson's early demeanor. And he is very good in the film. Like, you kind of are uncomfortable with
He's
him.
off-putting.
Because he's so chill until he's not.
Chill.
Until he's not.
He's like, hey, I'm chill, bro.
Until
What's
he's
up?
not.
And you're like, this is uncomfortable.
Now, this was a first. Apparently, Creed 3 was the first sports film in history to be shot with IMAX cameras, giving the fight sequences a uniquely immersive and visceral feel.
Now, you saw this in theaters.
I did. I saw it in IMAX.
Were you like, wow?
I remember saying, wow. I was very impressed. I did not see it opening night or even opening week. I think I saw it way later. So
3 weeks after it came out.
Yeah, it had been out for a while. But I had not seen either of the first 2 Creed films in theaters, interestingly enough, so I was excited to see it. I saw it with a friend of ours who had never seen a Rocky film before.
It's a good way to go into it. Just watch it without the guy who it's named after.
And he said, "Who's that? What are they doing? What's happening?"
And he said,
"What is that?"
He said, so which one was Rocky in the movie?
Yeah, that's right.
And he said, what are the boxers?
That's right.
Leo Sparino.
I mean,
Or Lee Sparino?
Leo Sparino. He
I think
gets a
it's Lee
mention.
Sparino.
I think it's Leo.
No, that's Leo Sparrow.
Oh, Leo Sparrow. I'm sorry. And his father, who gives Adonis the hit name Hollywood.
Pete Sparino. They did show
Sparino.
it on the screen in one of the shots. It says on a news ticker.
Yeah.
It says Pete Sparino has diarrhea.
I must have missed that part.
Permanent.
Poor guy. Oh dear. Oh, all over Mighty Mix.
All over Mighty Mix.
So while Rocky doesn't appear in the film, there's still plenty of legacy nods.
Not even a picture of him.
Adonis trains at the Delphi Gym, of course, where Apollo once trained.
You should make that a TV show.
And Duke's son, Little Duke, played by Wood Harris, continues to fill that Mickey Burgess / whatever.
Mickey Burgess.
Mickey
Burgess vibe.
Mickey Burgess Meredith mentor role.
Yeah, he feels it.
He's there. He's doing it. I never realized until this film that Little Duke was supposed to be so much older than Adonis Creed. You see him fully aged.
It's stupid.
That's trivia. That he is fully aged when Creed is still a wee little boy.
As they say in the film. A wee little boy.
We get Bianca's career progression and that it's a bit of a regression and that she can't perform live anymore.
Got a couple gold records.
Bianca has stepped away from live performance due to her hearing loss, which is, I suppose, a grounded evolution of her story from the earlier films. She's now a producer nurturing new talent, and she's got a guitar.
Hell yeah, in the corner there.
Now we get the proper debut of the character Amara, not as a baby. Amara is a young adult or a child, I suppose. She plays a larger role in this film. She's doing sign language. Everybody knows sign language in this film. And there are early signs of her interest in boxing. And Michael B. Jordan has hinted that her story might continue in future spin-offs. So we'll have Amara Creed versus Girl Who Ripped Her Drawing, the feature film.
That's the boxing match I want to see.
I guess there are. I haven't seen these, but I'm reading here that there are some cut and alternate scenes, including an extended Damien backstory. There were early drafts and unused scenes that gave more background on Dame's time in prison.
Time,
where he's he's got to live with the bugs because there's the bed bugs. They talk about that.
The bed bugs. I'll try to forget them.
Yeah, and I can't forget the bed bugs. So they talk about his rise through the underground boxing circuit and his psychological state. And I guess there was a flashback scene to juvenile detention where with Donnie that was reportedly shot but not included. We only see them as youths outside of the juvenile detention center.
Hell yeah, brother.
Allegedly, again, eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed Sylvester Stallone is not in this film. He's not in this Rocky movie. But apparently there were more Rocky connections written. So while Stallone wasn't in the film, there were early drafts of the script that referenced Rocky more directly, including a scene where apparently, even though the whole film is in L.A., Donnie would visit the steps of the Philadelphia Museum of Art and briefly reflect on his mentor. Ultimately, these scenes were cut to give Creed 3 its own identity.
They were like, we don't need to go to the Museum of Art.
No.
Sounds like a fart.
They're like... He was like, I'm here in Philadelphia, but Rocky is still in Vancouver. You ever go to Canada?
I don't like that place.
No.
Just live there.
So that's what I've got for trivia. What do you say?
We go ringside?
Let's head ringside.
Coming soon. Explore the roots of where Creed's trained. And Duke's duked. Delphi. The TV show, 0 Michael B. Jordan, 0 Sly Stallone, 0 Little Duke even as well. Finally, a Rocky series with no characters from the franchise. Delphi, coming soon.
Let's head ringside.
During the year 2002 in Los Angeles, a young Adonis, Donnie Creed, sneaks out with his best friend and brother-type figure 20 times intercity, New York, California, Chicago, regional, Salt Lake City, Las Vegas, and national Golden Gloves light heavyweight and heavyweight champion, and also the 25-time U.S. national and PAL light heavyweight and heavyweight champion, Diamond Damian Anderson.
Yeah, that guy that you've heard of before this movie.
I hate how they try to build the backstory.
Before we get into that, let's briefly touch on the house that they sneak out of.
Fucking makes no sense.
Because they talk about how it's the same house that she's still living in, Donnie's stepmother. But it's clearly like in a neighborhood and it's just a house, whereas she's been living in a mansion. We've seen the mansion.
You looked at me and you said, I hope someone gets fired for that blunder.
I did say that.
Boy, I really hope somebody got fired for that blunder.
And then, we get into some backstory that would seem to be somebody's core lore. If you're meeting a character for the first time, this would be like, this is, everything started at this moment.
Yeah.
But now we're getting it in Creed 3, where we've already got this guy's backstory. We know who he is.
You think that Keenan Coogler would have fucking noticed that, because Keenan wrote this. I think it's Ryan Coogler's like relative brother.
Okay, sure.
Probably like a brother type figure that he grew up with in a group home.
Just a cool brother type figure, yeah.
Anyways.
Why are they in a group home?
Because the Creed guys were.
I don't think Keenan Coogler was.
I know, that was the joke.
Oh, okay.
I was just trying to connect it to the movie. I don't think they were actually in a group home. Jesus. Diamond Dallas Page, Diamond Damian Anderson.
Diamond David Lee Roth.
Diamond David Lee Roth. It was Diamond Damian Anderson. He's snuck out to watch Damian compete in an underground boxing match that doesn't look underground at all. At first, it looks like they're in someone's house, and then it looks like they've gone to a casino.
Yeah.
I was very confused.
We briefly
by
thought
that.
they were going to a strip club.
Yeah. I thought he was going to go look at a boobie.
Just one boob.
One boob strip club.
One boob.
That's
one
a good,
boob.
Write that down.
Just one boob.
That's the theme song, and that's all they play.
I'm
That's the only
begging
song
of
they
you,
play.
Please, just one boob.
That's right. You can't see more than one. After Damian's victory, Damian tells Donnie about his aspirations to turn professional.
And that's after Lil Duke also watched the fight.
It's so fucking bizarre that Lil Duke is there looking the exact same when it's like...
He's not wearing his old man glasses yet that he wears later in the movie.
It's just dumb, dude. Just egregious little things where I'm like, who got fired for this blunder?
Boy, I really hope somebody got fired for that blunder.
Anyways, his aspiration is to turn professional and become the undisputed light heavyweight and heavyweight champion of the world. Wow, Damian and Donnie stop at a liquor store, kind of like we did earlier.
Previously on Walky Balboa.
We found a beer on sale for $20. Rocky Balboa was sick. That's a good segment. We should bring it back. That's the next podcast. Yeah. We just walk into the liquor store.
Much like Dame and Donnie, but they're in a car.
It'll be a longer series, like every day of the week, a new episode. Anyways, Donnie impulsively attacks a man named Leon.
Leon? Huh? Remember me, dude?
I'm supposed to know.
Not so little anymore. My name's Donnie. You remember me now?
And I made a million jokes to you saying, is that Leon S. Kennedy from Resident Evil? And you did not give a shit the whole time.
I liked when you said Leon Bridges, though.
Leon Bridges made you laugh, but you didn't pop for Leon S. Kennedy.
From Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, I think he's in a couple other ones, too.
But mostly 4.
Anyways, Creed 3. People are listening to this one. We saw the numbers, okay? We'll say this. We've seen the numbers. For some reason, the Rocky movies, the Simpsons bonus episode, great numbers. Whenever we do a Creed movie, nobody gives a shit to listen. So if you're one of the people who are listening to it, comment on our Instagram. Say, hey, I heard the Creed 3 episode. I'm upset you made me listen to this. You have to say.
And we are very apologetic.
But you did it. You did it.
You got through it. You're here. You're doing it.
Because we're here with you. We're in the middle of this.
Yeah, we're
Creed 3 recap.
And you know we had to edit this as well.
We had to put hours into edit this. We had to put hours into watching this. That walk to the liquor store was easily like 45 minutes.
And
anyways.
Now we're drinking wine.
And you're here with us. You're sitting through it. 15 years later in South Africa. 15 years later in South Africa, which is like so glossed over.
I thought that was a joke at first.
No, that's real, dude. I know they mentioned it in the movie, but like they don't even like establish
that's where the fight with
Pretty Ricky Conlon
is. Okay.
He fights and wins. He wins a rematch against Pretty Ricky Conlon. For some reason, none of these fucking fights in this movie look like any of the other Rocky fights where people look like they're actually getting their shit kicked in.
Yeah.
They all look out. They all come out looking like Pretty Ricky Conlon.
Yeah.
Pretty and Ricky and Conlon. So he just got released from his prison sentence and worked his way back to be a contender for a championship fight. That's Pretty Ricky. He wins.
He's in this movie.
Donnie then retires from boxing to focus on his wife, Bianca, and their daughter, Amara. A, B, and D, you know? 3 months later, Donnie runs Delphi Boxing Academy. And you looked at me and you said, I want a show based on this boxing gym.
I hope they decide to greenlight a show.
You said,
about Delphi.
I want no Michael B. Jordan.
I want no Michael B.
I want no Sylvester Stallone.
I don't want Little Duke.
I want no Little Duke. I want the Rocky verse with nothing in there.
Yeah.
None of it.
The Rocky verse Infinity Gauntlet.
That's right. So 3 months later, Donnie runs Delphi Boxing Academy with his coach, Tony Little Duke Evers Jr., and is promoting his protege, world champion Felix El Guerrero Chavez, in a match against Victor Drago. For some reason, Dolph Lundgren also not in this movie, which is great. We don't want to see Dolph Lundgren. You know, we don't want to see Ivan Drago back after that.
No, why would we want to see this character that we like?
I don't want to see any what the development was after that. Yeah,
no.
I don't want to know.
No, I don't want to know what the relationship between Drago and his son is. Like, I don't want to know about any of that.
None of it. Shut it up. Due to her hearing problems, Bianca stops performing and becomes a successful producer, even though she can't hear. It's fucking insane.
She's got a guitar. It's fine.
The two keep watch over the declining health of Donnie's adoptive mother, Marianne. Also, another fucking insane plotline in this movie. Amara wishes to be a boxer like her father, which gets her into trouble in school. Also, the daughter Amara has her like fucking piece of artwork ripped up, so she pops him in the face.
I liked that scene. She did the right thing. Fighting is always the answer.
That's probably the most fighting we've got in the movie so far.
Yeah, more or less.
Donnie decides to secretly train Amara. He does.
Yeah.
He does.
He does. He says it'll be our little secret.
He's like, I'll keep it.
Which that never comes to head at any other point in the film.
Damien is released from prison and reconnects with Donnie, to whom he shares his desires to continue his boxing career.
I want to be champ. You still want to box?
Hey, I know I've been away a long time. I kept myself in shape. You know, I got some moves you ain't seen yet.
Yeah, you looking diesel.
I ain't joking. I'm ready. Still got gas in the tank.
Donnie reluctantly invites Damien to the gym to spar with Chavez. However, his aggressive style draws scorn from Chavez and Duke, mostly Chavez's mother.
Yeah, Chavez's mother, his manager.
Like, yeah, drink a glass of bitch.
Which is always a good idea. Have your mother be your manager. That's
for
smart.
anything in life.
That's smart.
Have your mom control your whole life.
It works well for, every child actor, every child musician. When their family is their managers, it always goes well.
Have them be your, I don't know, sharp. I don't know.
I mean, even look at, the biggest stars in the world, like Michael Jackson. When Joe Jackson was his manager, it was good. It was a good thing.
It was a great time.
Yeah, it's great.
Big Joe.
Yeah, Big Joe.
Big double J Jackson.
JJ.
Damien later visits Donnie's home, where he meets his family and shares about their time together at a group home, which Bianca has never known of. Privately, Damien expresses his desire for a title shot against Chavez. Is it Chavez or Chavez?
I think it's Chavez, but that's fine.
Citing Donnie's previous 1 in a million shot, which Donnie refuses. And don't reference the fucking...
They literally point at a picture of Apollo Creed and say, doesn't mean something to give someone a 1 in a million shot. And Adonis looks dead in the camera and says, I can't remember who he gave that shot to. Can you tell me?
And then he says, wasn't he some Italian guy named Mario?
Stoney? Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you know him?
I never heard of this character.
Well, whatever. Maybe I'll give you a shot.
Maybe I ain't make myself clear. I want a title shot.
Damn. I don't know what you think, but it don't work like that. Felix so cold. What he got to lose? What you got to lose? What, you think I could just snap my fingers and make you a contender overnight? Ain't that what happened to you? Look, all I'm saying, bro, if Apollo Creed could take a chance on some underdog, why can't you?
At a party for Bianca's record label, Def Records, Damien cryptically tells Bianca about Leon Bridges.
And his music.
And she says, that guy sounds like he's pretty good. I'd like to go see his show.
Yeah, that'd be a fun show.
Yeah. Damien cryptically tells Bianca about Leon before Drago, who also just happens to show up for a quick cameo.
They're friends now.
He's a friend now. He's attacked by an unknown assailant, which was stupid. That would never happen. His injury casts doubt on his fight with Chavez. Chavez? While considering opponents like Tito Ortiz, or Leo Sperino.
That's our boy, son of Pete.
It is Leo Sperino, son of a bitch. I thought it was a Lee. Yeah. Donnie suggests Damien is an opponent. He goes, how about this guy I know?
He was in prison for 18 years. He's a fighter.
Sparred with him for a bit. I don't know. I look like it hurt. What do you think?
He's a good fighter.
How about it?
Is that not a single other match that we've seen in the film?
I will say, though, it was cool to see Donnie taking on the role of Apollo, being a great promoter.
It is cool.
This is what Apollo would have been fantastic at.
If Apollo never died, he would have been the best promoter in the history of boxing.
Pitching an underdog fight, much like Rocky Balboa's first title shot, but we won't mention it, which Chavez first doesn't like.
On Showtime.
But then accepts after his mother says, okay.
Okay.
Okay,
and they've got a nice house. I like their house.
They got a great house.
Yeah,
fantastic.
They got records behind them.
3-bedroom, 3-bath.
That's right.
Records behind them.
Big backyard.
Kitchen.
Nice kitchen.
Yeah. During the fight, Damien fights dirty, striking Chavez's arm multiple times. Damien brutally knocks out Chavez, winning the undisputed light heavyweight and heavyweight championship titles. After the match, an uneasy Donnie visits Marianne, who shows him letters Damien wrote to Donnie while in prison that she kept from him due to believing he was a bad influence. His mother's like...
It did kind of gloss over that Damien had said, hey, I wrote you letters, and Donnie said, I never got them. Because Marianne was like, nuh-uh-uh. She was Dennis Nedry. Nuh-uh-uh.
Nuh-uh-uh.
You didn't say the magic word.
Please! God damn it! Hate this hacker crap.
One letter contains a picture showing Dame Ian with a fellow inmate that Donnie recognizes as the one who assaulted Drago.
The assailant.
The assailant is back. Realizing Damien orchestrated the attack, Donnie confronts him at a beach party randomly that he happens to know he's at, which was wild.
And he said, what the heck?
What the heck? I went to every beach in L.A. and I finally found you.
I thought I could trust you, Damien. Why would you betray me like this?
Why would you do this to me?
I didn't like it.
I don't like you anymore.
I think it was a little mean of you to do that, Damien.
He's like, did you ever train with a guy from Philly? No. Damien reveals that he manipulated all their encounters to set him up as a champion to enact revenge.
And not only that, but he was the mastermind behind the last 2 Creed films as well. He set up Pretty Ricky Conlon.
He knew it all.
He introduced Drago to his father, Drago. He was
he was a baby. He was like, hey, this is your son.
That's right. He was the Thanos of the Creed verse. It was all building up.
Of the Creed verse.
It was all building up to Dame. Pulling all the strings all along.
So Damien reveals that he manipulated all their encounters to set him up as a champion to enact revenge for Donnie abandoning him during his arrest and jail time. I don't think we really saw Donnie abandon him, really. Like, did we? Does he run away? Is that what it was?
No, we don't see it. I think
we see like a clip of him running away,
he's
like
mostly
shit.
upset that that Adonis never wrote him back, which is not really Adonis's fault.
Stan style.
Because on account of Marianne hid the letters.
Marianne's the true villain of this movie.
Yeah, drink a big glass of bitch
juice. I'm going to drink some right now. Creed 3. Damien threatens Donnie, saying he's coming for everything, which makes it sound like he's going to fuck his wife.
Yeah, like, I'm going to fuck your wife. I'm going to
your wife.
Be a better father to your daughter.
I know sign language now.
If I become her father, she's going to be able to hear.
She'll hear again.
That's right.
Gives him a black eye.
Remember this? This title? All this? Hey, I'm just getting started, little brother. I'm coming for it all.
And what's that supposed to mean? Are you threatening me?
Hey, no threats here, bro. Just promises here, homie.
Donnie is unable to open up to Bianca about his guilt over Damien.
He's also unable to open his eye.
From Damien, who revels in his newfound fame and publicly slanders Donnie as a fraud who turned his back on him. It's all just built in like fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Doesn't exist.
It's all been building up to this, the whole franchise.
All right, this is from Rocky.fandom.com. It says, Marianne suffers a stroke and dies.
Does she? I must have missed that part.
Yeah. After the funeral where none of the other children arrive.
That's right.
Even though they mentioned the other children, which is fucking insane. That was insane that they mentioned him. It's so crazy. Logan's coughing right now. Let's put him into a coughing fit. He's got tuberculosis.
I've got tuberculosis because holy shit, I did not remember from the time I saw this film that they actually acknowledge that Marianne and Apollo had other children.
Crazy.
Because they've not acknowledged that for the first two films.
The craziest swing they take is they acknowledge it and then they do the funeral and none of the kids are there.
But they're mentioned.
They're there.
Dame treated me more like family than your two kids ever did in this house.
Right now, Creed 4, I challenge you. The match is Apollo Creed versus another Creed who is Apollo's child.
I told you it's Creed 4 where it's Adonis. Did you say Apollo Creed versus another Creed? Who's his child?
I think I meant Adonis. I can't remember. Bring Carl Weathers back. He's around, isn't he?
He's still around.
Yeah.
No, I said Creed 4 should be Adonis Creed versus the 4 other Creed children.
Every 40 years.
Every 40 years we do a Creed family tournament. Only one can be the true Creed.
It's just crazy because, like, Marianne, even on her deathbed, she's like, "You're my son.
You're my baby boy.
And I loved you more than anything else in the world."
I birthed you, even though I didn't.
And where are the other children? Like, did they not get the call? Like, hey, your mom's gonna die. You should be here.
Where they were?
Where they were in another franchise.
They were partying with Bill Cosby.
She loves Bill Cosby. If you didn't know, what's her name? Rashad? Something Rashad?
Something
Rashad. She loves Bill Cosby, and she says, "Free Cosby. Cosby is innocent."
It's good.
I love Cosby. Now, to that scene where she's dying, again, if you've ever been near someone where they're near death, you're not getting closure like that. They're not like, "Hey, I loved you more than anything in the world." They're like, "Ugh," and then they die. It's an uncomfortable thing, and I'm sorry.
They should put that in. They should put that in the movie.
Yeah. And then she hits the brown note.
After the funeral, where none of the other Creed siblings are present, Donnie confesses to Bianca the truth. Leon Bridges was the abusive caregiver in the group home.
What the hell, Leon? I liked your music.
It was just some guy named Leon. We never get his last name.
It was Bridges.
Leon was the abusive caregiver in the group home Damien and Donnie lived in before Donnie was adopted by Marianne. After Donnie attacked Leon. After Donnie attacked Leon at the liquor store, a brawl against Leon's friends ensued, causing Damien to pull a gun.
Why did he do that?
As cops arrived, Donnie fled, but Damien was arrested, bro, attempting to block out the memory. Donnie never contacted Damien out of shame and guilt.
Donnie, what the hell? Why would you do that?
Bianca claims it wasn't his fault, as it was Damien's actions, and they don't ever fucking guilt the mom, Marianne, even though she fucking kept it from him.
Yep.
Knowing Damien would not stop defaming him, he tells Bianca, "There's only one way to bring him down.
I need Rocky Balboa." And then Rocky shows up. It's great.
Movie.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, I misread that. He's not in the film.
He says, "I need him to not show up.
I don't want a Rocky in my Rocky movie
at all. Get him out of here." Donnie goes on first take with Stephen A. Smith. You know Stephen A?
What? What happened?
Donnie goes on first take with Stephen
Oh,
A. Smith.
I thought you said he went on a date with Stephen A. Smith. I was like, I must have been in the bathroom for that scene.
What's going on out there?
Is he on a date with Stephen A. Smith? Am I missing
on a
it?
date. I hear two voices. They must be on a date. Here's the clip of them talking, and I thought they were on a date.
The one and only Adonis Creed is sitting right next to me. Welcome to the show, my man. How you doing?
I'm doing okay, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you for being here. You called to be on this show, which you've never done. I want to know why you felt the need to come on national television today to speak.
So after they get their order taken, Donnie's claiming he walked away from boxing with some unfinished business. Damien calls in to provoke Donnie over the phone, calling him a coward and a fraud.
And he says, your haircut's not that good.
Your haircut's not that good.
And that suit is not a good fit.
Claiming that Apollo Creed would be ashamed.
You don't do that. You can't say that.
Dirty
That's
Damien.
not cool. And then he says, and also, if he were in this movie, Rocky Balboa would be ashamed.
And they said, we got to bleep that out. Donnie decides to come out of retirement and challenges Damien for the championship, which he accepts. Donnie struggles with training after 3 years of retirement, but comes back to it with the help of Little Duke and a recovered Drago. Donnie faces Dame in the Battle of Los Angeles at Dodger Stadium. The Battle of Los Angeles, eh?
That's right.
All
That's
right.
what it is.
Welcome to 2025.
Yeah.
Donnie faces Damien in a grueling, evenly matched affair. In the final round, Donnie uses Duke's advice to let go of his fear and guilt and takes advantage of Damien's strained energy, delivering a knockout to win the match and the championship.
I mean, the fight's a little more complex, like more complex than that.
Like a wine, like a full-bodied wine.
Like a full-bodied wine, you know? They really lock into how there's nobody else in this fight. Like
That was dope.
They're locked into each other. The crowd disappears. They're focused one-on-one.
One-on-one. No crowd. Very anime style. It was dope.
It is cool.
Now that I think about it more, I like the fight more.
Yeah. I will say, when I went to see this with our friend, he asked me, so, like, what happened
You have
there?
to say our friend. You can say Sylvester Stallone.
When we went to see it with Sylvester Stallone, he said to me, what happened there?
He said, I've never seen a Rocky movie before.
Did they get transported to another universe? Like, I don't get it. Where did the crowd go? And I said, no, it was metaphor.
And then he said, oh, why wasn't I in this movie?
Yeah, hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Tulsa King. Salsa King with Sam Jackson.
Can't wait to see it.
Afterwards, Donnie reconciles with Damien, with both men admitting it was not the other's fault. Donnie joins Bianca and Amara in the ring in the empty stadium, where he pretends to box with Amara. Then they decide to go home, with Donnie looking at the ring. And
One
that's
last
the movie.
time. Did you notice it was very cowboy? They had Donnie wearing white shorts, and Dame was wearing black shorts.
It was like a battle of good and evil, yin and
It
yang.
was a bit of a symbolism there. I don't know if you caught that. It was pretty, you know, a deep cut reference. You wouldn't know.
I loved it. It was great.
know.
I don't know. It was fine. I'm glad there's no Rocky in it, and I'm glad that Ivan Drago didn't show up either.
I always said, as we've been doing this whole podcast covering this franchise, like, I would feel these movies would be a lot better if Rocky was not in them.
You know, he's like, this Rocky guy, what is he all about? Why is he in these films?
Yeah, like, he's not really an important character to the franchise in any way, shape, or form.
When I came home after drink, my wife asked me what I ate for dinner. I couldn't say anything, like an elementary school boy who was scolded by his mom. After a stressful day at work, I needed a beer with my friends. We ordered beer, fried chicken, and pizza. It was yummy. I could release my stress. Cold beer, fried chicken, yummy pizza, fun conversation with my friends. What else do I need to release my stress? When I come home early after work, my wife always makes salad for my health. But sometimes I need a break away from too healthy foods. I don't think I'm the only husband who's pursuing a breakaway.
And now it's time for Rocky's Rhythms.
Rocky Rhythm.
You had that eye of the tiger, man, the edge. Eye of the tiger, man.
Now, Ty, I won't pretend to know hip-hop like you know hip-hop.
I played a lot of NBA 2K.
Yeah, so that's where your knowledge comes from.
That's true, all of it.
J. Cole's Dreamville produced the soundtrack for this film. Dreamville is J. Cole's label, featuring artists like, I'm going to sound like an idiot here, JID or JID, Ari Lennox and Bass or Boss or...
Sound white right now.
You're not going to guess this because you've never seen our faces, but we are white men.
Yep.
So it blends the modern hip-hop that you would expect from the Creed franchise with cinematic orchestration to reflect Donnie's growth and new phase of life. Now, the past two Creed films, we had Ludwig Göransson holding down the fort, but he passed the torch.
I think when it said passed away, I was like, he died?
No, he's very alive.
Jesus. He passed away.
No, the torch. Göransson composed the music for Creeds 1 and 2. He stepped away due to scheduling, and now we have composer Joseph Shirley, a Göransson protege.
How much he loved the ring announcer.
We'll get to that.
You love Todd Grisham, but
Is
you
that
love
who that
the ring
is?
announcer. Anyways, back to the music.
The ring announcer with his really cool dreadlock man bun? I don't know what you'd call that.
Oh, you hated it.
Composer Joseph Shirley, a Göransson protege, took over and integrated new themes while also building on the established musical DNA. So, we get a lot of the Creed themes. And also, at the end of the fight, we do get Go in the Distance or the Final Bell or whatever you want to call it, a little bit of Rocky in the franchise.
You were like, what's this doing in here?
I was like, you're using a Rocky theme, but Rocky's not in it. So, I don't know. Bianca's sound has evolved. She's not saying grip anymore.
She's not singing rip.
Tessa Thompson's Bianca no longer performs live due to hearing loss, but her presence in the music world is felt through production and songwriting.
Movie, dude.
What's that?
She's barely in this film.
She has no character really. She's just kind of wife. So she's there, and she's doing some music and. Dame's attack on Drago happens at a Bianca sort of release party or something that she's involved with.
Something like that, yeah.
What I did really like the soundtrack does carry the film well. There aren't there's no take you back.
There's that bass line at the start of the movie.
It's kind of take you back-ish, but there's no take you back. There's no Hearts on Fire. There's no Redemption theme from Rocky 2. None of those classic things. The soundtrack does carry the film, but two things I really liked were the walkout songs from the final fight.
Hell yeah.
And also, actually, I don't remember the song, but just Chavez's walkout was pretty cool. Was dope. We didn't touch on that, but we just want to say Chavez's walkout is dope. But Adonis Creed's walkout song is "Hate Me Now" by Nas featuring Puff Daddy.
I was also in NBA 2K.
Now there's Puff Daddy. He's still around. He's doing good. There's nothing. There's no.
His walkout song was the original score in Creed 3.
There's no allegations. But that's "Hate Me Now." It's a bold, defiant anthem. It kind of reflects Donnie's mindset.
He's hate me now,
retired or not, but this is his ring. So don't fuck with him in his ring. The beat hits like a war drum, and it's a signal that the king is back.
Why would I ever trip on my spot when I earned it? Y'all lacking discernment. They probably gon' talk about tonight at the next sermon. Difference is you do it on purpose, and me, I do it for a purpose. Just know as long as I'm up, that it's never your turn in. Look, they must have forgot that I'm my daddy's son. And if I'm after them, they have to run. Okay, you had to run. Difference is we the ones that run it.
Hell yeah, brother.
And they keep talking through the film how old he is. He is very old. He walks with a cane.
I feel like he's 36.
He's all gray.
Grandpa Creed over here.
They're like, Dame is older than you, but you're an old man. But yeah, you know, it's got that legacy vibe, mirrors the blend of old school bravado and modern energy that defines Donnie's legacy across the trilogy. There's some symbolism there. It's not just about the fight, it's about defending everything he's built and proving he's still worthy of the name Creed. And then you get, I think, even better than that, Damien Diamond Dame Anderson's walkout song, which is Last Time That I Checked by Nipsey Hussle featuring YG. Now, I know you're a big YG guy, but you like Nipsey Hussle?
I like Nipsey Hussle.
Why it works? This is pure Dame energy. It's aggressive. It's West Coast and triumphant.
A Damian Lillard rap song because Damian Lillard does rap.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's a reclamation anthem. The lyrics, I'm the streets, voice out west, legendary self-made progress, speak to Damien's belief that he deserves the spotlight right now.
Last time that I checked, it was 5 chains on my neck. It was no smut on my rap. Last time that I checked, I was selling zones in the set. Make $250,000, no sweat. Last time that I checked, I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress. Last time that I checked, first you get the money, then respect, and the power and the hoes come next.
Boom, shakalaka.
It's a tone setter. His walk is slower, heavier. It's not as polished like Donnie's. You know, Donnie's wearing a blazer over his hoodie, and Dame's wearing a toque.
Damian Lillard's rap name is Dame Dollar.
Hey, that's great. But the song is personal, it's raw, and it's charged with years of resentment.
You're just reading ChatGPT.
And it's foreshadowing choosing a Nipsey song, which is a figure of perseverance, independence, and community roots, hints that Dame sees himself as the hero of his own story.
I also have a fun fact. They almost had a different theme song for Dame to walk out to.
It was...
Do you know what it was?
Benny and the Jets.
No, it was this.
I actually had that in my trivia, but I chose not to bring it up. That's so funny that you snuck it in there. Wow. Yeah, I should have brought that in.
Damon Mania was running wild.
Silly me. I can't believe I didn't think to include that. Was that also Donald Trump's?
That's Hulk Hogan's theme, dude.
But I think Donald Trump also used it for his campaign.
He walked out to Donald Trump and WWE. Came out to the Money song.
He did.
Money, 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 money. It's actually a pretty sick song.
Nobody likes to acknowledge that he was a wrestler.
Oh, he wasn't like a wrestler. He was like
but he was a wrestler.
He was like a bitch.
Yeah.
You know?
But he won. Vince McMahon had to shave his head in the hair match.
His head, dude.
He shaved his head in the hair match.
Yeah, shave his head in the
Lord,
hair match.
Lord knows DJT is not shaving that great head of hair he has. Fuck, that's a sexy.
Now.
That's a sexy head of hair. Just in case you're wondering, we're big DJT guys on this podcast.
Yeah.
We love them.
Yeah!
Hey, what do you say we...
Wait, before we go.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
You heard it here first on Rocky Balboa, ladies and gentlemen. What am I saying? It's just gentlemen.
Oh, man. Hey, Donald Trump.
We love him.
Yeah, go change your catheter, bud.
Please don't execute us.
I don't give a fuck. What, is he going to fucking come here?
Sorry about your breakup with Elon Musk, you bitch.
Fuck, that was sad, eh? Anyway, so back to the Creed movie.
Let's head to the judges' table.
We now head to the judges' table for their scorecard decisions.
What did you give Creed 3 and why?
Well, I've seen this film before, and I didn't remember.
Don't brag about
really. It's actually my Tinder bio is I've seen Creed 3.
Hey, if you go somewhere or seen something twice, good things happen.
That's a deep cut. You don't know it. Yeah, I mean it's a movie, and it's not a bad movie. It's as a directorial debut for Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
It's good. It's well directed. There's a little too much weird green screen that you can definitely tell.
Why?
It's green screen, which could have just been landscapes. Why did you do that?
Why?
Just splurge a little bit, Erwin Winkler.
Splurge a bit.
I don't know why you're doing that. We can tell. We see it.
We saw it. We see it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a solid movie. Yes, you do miss Rocky, although probably anything Rocky would have done in this film is given to Lil Duke. Like, he handles that kind of like, he's an old grizzled
And like,
guy.
I have so much emotional investment in Lil Duke. I see it and I go, a trainer's son grows up to become a trainer himself.
He never became a boxer, just a trainer.
Stupid.
It's well directed. Before I give my score, what do you think the tomato meter is?
81, I said.
89%.
Wow.
And what do you think the audience score is?
81.
95.
Wow, dude.
Now it's a well directed film. It's you know, like, the fights are strong, the characters are strong, but
physically,
yeah, they fight. Is it better than Creed 1 or 2? No, I don't think so. Not at all. In a lot of ways, thank you for that. It's I don't know,
right, man, dude.
It's on par with
From the top, let's go.
with Creed 2 for me. It's just Rocky's not in it.
What are you gonna give it?
So I gave Creed 2. I checked our Instagram for this to make sure. I gave Creed 2 a 7.
Really, shut the fuck up.
I'll kill you.
I'll kill you.
Just because Rocky's not in it, I don't like it quite as much, even though it is a well-directed film. I'm going to give it a 6.9.
Wow, 6.9.
Now, you are a first-time viewer of this film.
First-time watcher, long-time creeder. I think it's on par with Creed 2. Like I said, Creed 2 had big bites of bullshit where you're like, what the fuck is this?
Wait. Let's get the tomato meter for Creed 2.
And then this one had little nibbles of bullshit.
So Creed 2, what do you think the tomato meter is?
72.
It is 83%.
Okay.
And what do you think about the popcorn meter?
72.
80%.
Okay, let's go.
I'm on the soundboard. I gotta get off. Gotta get off of it. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, it's not that bad. I'm just like looking at it through the whole franchise's view.
Yeah. It's no Rocky 4, Rocky vs. Drago, the ultimate director's cut.
It's no Rocky 7, Rocky vs. Frankenstein, available at co-fi.com/Rocky Balboa.
Be our third purchaser today.
Support the podcast. You've made it this far in.
You're listening to our Creed 3 episode.
All right. Listen to another. Give us a little. You know?
I think Rocky vs. Frankenstein is a better written film than Creed 3.
Yeah, well, this fucking yeah. You know what I give Creed 3? A 6.5 out of 10. Just little bites of bullshit in there. It was fine, dude.
It's a fine movie.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
You know what? Like, it's not offensive. There's nothing like glaringly wrong with it. It's kind of just a movie.
It's just a movie.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Now, you might be saying to yourself, now that they've reviewed all of the Rocky films, this is the end of the podcast. And if I were Dennis Nedry, I'd say,
F yes.
No, I'd say, nuh-uh.
You didn't say the magic word.
Next time on Rocky Balboa.
Why now?
I'm a fighter. I was born to be a fighter.
You got every right to hate me, but I need you in my corner.
No matter how hard you guys work, it won't be your best.
It's the best we got.
30 years after their second fight, Kid McDonough and Razor Sharp get ready to go at it again.
Gutsy moves going without a bra.
I took a dump on your porch.
Okay, we are live, guys. We are live right now.
Rocky Balboa is written and produced by Ty Jordan and Logan Middleton.
We are in no way affiliated with the Rocky franchise or Sylvester Stallone.
And we don't want to get involved in that rights battle.
We just think the movies are really cool.
Having a life scholarship and being able to afford to go to college made me feel inspired to go.
When I got a life scholarship, it was such a relief.
I knew that I wanted to have an impact. Having a life scholarship through the SC Education Lottery was huge. It gave me the opportunity to make that impact right here at home.
The South Carolina Education Lottery. A better you, a better us, a better South Carolina. Visit sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.